Hello dear students, good afternoon. How are you all? I hope you all are good. You all must be enjoying. So, I am Rajesh Dadi, your mentor in English from Shivjyoti's Educational Group, Kota. Students, today we are going to start your last poem of the book Flamingo, and the poem is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Yes, this is really an interesting poem, one of the most interesting poems of your curriculum. So, I hope you would surely like it. So, before we proceed, let me tell you something about its poet. This poem was composed by Adrienne Rich, who was born in the year 1929, okay? And she was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She is widely known for her involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, 3 collections of essays and other writings, a strong resistance to racism and militarism echoes through her work. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. So, this is a brief introduction of the poem about its poet. Means this was the poet's brief introduction. Now, we are going to learn this poem according to its stanzas. You can find, you can see, you can observe this poem has been divided into 3 stanzas, right. So, let me tell you the theme of this poem is, about the lifespan of married women. Yes, the poet is experiencing a great deal about married women, right. So, through this poem she is giving vent to her feelings in the form of expressions for married women who have to undergo so many experiences, especially unpleasant experiences. Okay? Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the man beneath the tree, they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. So, the first line, Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, means Aunt Jennifer, the main character, she has been presented as she is embroidering, as if she is embroidering. You know embroidery. Embroidery is an art in which a piece of cloth is framed, right, tightly framed, and on this piece of cloth a drawing is made, a drawing is prepared with the help of wool or some colored threads, right. So, Aunt Jennifer is also found making some drawings, means embroidery of tiger, right, and this tiger or these tigers have been sketched or have been prepared as if they were prancing. So, here prance meaning is jump, to walk, right. So, they have been found jumping across a screen, means they have been presented on the screen as if they are really ready to jump across the screen. Here the screen means that piece of cloth, that piece of cloth in the panel, right. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. What do these tigers look like? These tigers are bright shining topaz, means they look like that of a precious stone, crystal like stone is there and its name is topaz. So, indirectly these tigers have been compared. These tigers have been compared to bright topaz. So, what we can say, this is metaphor, right. Metaphorically these tigers have been compared to topaz. Topaz is a yellow colored crystal gem or stone. Denizens. Denizens means citizens or inhabitants of a place, of a particular place. So, denizens of a world of green. World of green means jungle, forest. So, according to this line, we can say these bright topaz looking inhabitants of forest. So, these tigers have been presented because you all know these tigers or these are wild animals. So, they are generally supposed to be in the forest areas. So, they have been presented as citizens or inhabitants of forest. Okay? They do not fear the man beneath the tree. This is the quality of tigers. Being wild beasts, they are not at all afraid of anyone, right? No matter who they are. So, these tigers do not fear the man. Maybe we can assume that these men may be hunters also. So, whenever the tigers come across some hunters, they find some hunters standing behind the trees or under the trees. From a distance, suppose they find some hunters also, still they are not afraid because they are brave. Wild animals they are. So, they are not at all afraid of these men also who are standing beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. They pace. Pace means move about. In the sleek. Sleek means very smooth. Smooth walking they are having, means they are moving about in a very smooth way. Chivalric means heroically, elegantly. They have their own style, moving style. This is known as gait, right? So, they are moving about in a smooth way like some knights, like some brave person, brave people. So, they are chivalric, elegantly they are moving, heroically they are moving about in the forest. And certainty, certainty means confidence. So, they have this kind of confidence. So, they are confidently moving about in a smooth and elegant way in the forest. Is that clear? Let us switch to stanza number 2. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. So, Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. Look, her fingers have been found fluttering. Fluttering means moving about, means making actions quickly, but they are fluttering as if they have grown weak. So, she has got trembling fingers. So, her fingers are trembling with weakness. She does not have that much vigor, strength. So, fluttering finger through her wool, she is making embroidery. So, with her weak and trembling fingers, she is doing this embroidery. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull. As I have told you, she has grown weak enough. So, she does not have that much strength according to this poem. So, find even the ivory needle. What is ivory? Ivory is related to some tusk stuff, you know, elephant teeth. So, whatever has been prepared, has been made of ivory is known, elephant teeth is known as ivory. So, this needle is very light in weight and it has been prepared, it has been made of ivory, and despite it being very light in weight, but she finds it very hard to pull because she is feeling that much weakness. So, out of that weakness, she finds it difficult to pull during her embroidery work. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band. The massive weight, it looks that she is feeling too much weight, not actually physical weight, but mental state is there, has been described that the massive weight of uncle's wedding band. Whose weight? Wedding band. Here wedding band refers to some rings, wedding rings, engagement rings, you know. So, weight is there, weight of some responsibilities, weight of some marital duties. It has been referred to marital duties or responsibilities, or in other words we can say some bangles, right. So, different religions have got different rituals. So, we can think that wedding band, that may refer to wedding ring, that may refer to wedding bracelets round her wrist also. So, she finds it heavy. Heavy does not mean physical, but that means the weight of her wedding responsibilities and duties. Since her whole married life she has experienced this wedding weight of performing or observing some responsibilities, household responsibilities after her marriage. So, now she finds it difficult. She has been found as if she has been tired of all these responsibilities or duties. Sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand, and she feels them very heavy on her hand, right. They may be in the form of bracelets, they may be in the form of bangles, they may be in the form of rings. So, this here refers to wedding ring or wedding bracelets. Next and last stanza is Aunt. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ring with ordeals which she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. When aunt is dead, now we are assuming what will happen when Aunt Jennifer is dead. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands, yes, while being in the male dominated society, especially after her marriage, it has been found, it has been mentioned that she has been undergoing some unpleasant experiences, or we may say she has not experienced pleasant life after her marriage. Okay. So, when she is dead, her terrified hands, we may assume that after her death also she will remain afraid, she may remain frightened, her terrified hands will lie still ring. You know, ring is there and it encircle the whole finger. So, we can say as the ring traps the finger, this ordeal means a time phase of married life with unpleasant experiences, right. So, because of these unpleasant experiences after her marriage will keep on trapping her, she was mastered by, means she was experienced and she was perfect in observing and performing these duties, though she is tired now. But after her death also they will be clearly visible in her, maybe in her grave, right. And the tigers in the panel, but on the contrary, though she will be in the grave, she will be no more in this world, but the tigers prepared by her in the panel will remain alive forever, that she made will go on prancing. They will keep prancing, being proud and unafraid. They will remain proud, they will remain unafraid of anybody, be it the case of man. Now, students, some important things about these stanzas one by one. Let me tell you. In the first stanza, the poet has tried to describe the tigers, and some contradictions are there, some contrasts are there between, contrast between tigers and Aunt Jennifer's life. Look, these tigers have been presented as bright, but Aunt Jennifer is not bright, her face is not bright, right. She has remained in stress, she has remained in tension, so she has lost all glow, complexions, she has grown old. So, on the contrary to, means this contrast is there, the tigers have been presented as bright, but she is dull, right. They are the denizens, citizens, inhabitants of green forest, but Aunt Jennifer has been the inhabitant of her husband's household, right? They do not fear, means the tigers are fearless, but Aunt Jennifer is afraid. She is frightened. She has remained fearful. So, this is next contrast. Next, they pace in sleek. They move about freely. They are not afraid of anyone. That's why they move about freely. But Aunt Jennifer is not able. She is not free to move about in her own house or household, right? So, they are chivalric, sleek, and certainty, confidence is there in these tigers, but Aunt Jennifer is not confident. Aunt Jennifer's fingers, you can see in this tigers have been described, and in the second stanza Aunt Jennifer has been described, and the irony is there. What she has created these tigers. Aunt Jennifer also wished to lead such a life full of strength, life full of freedom, being fearless. She also wanted to lead such kind of life, but somehow she could not. As ill luck would have it, she could not enjoy that married life full of pleasant surprises or pleasant experiences, right? So, it was her desire. So, she could not express her desire, but this panel only. So, on the panel in the form of tigers, she has expressed her desires that she also wants to be free like tigers. She also wants to be brave. She also wants to be strong and confident like tigers. So, we can say these tigers are none but just the outcome of her imaginary wishes, what she wishes to be in her life, but she could not be. And in the concluding stanza, it has been said that though she will be no more, but her tigers will remain alive throughout this universe, and they will keep on prancing, yani jumping confidently. So, they will keep on prancing, being proud, they will remain proud, and they will remain unafraid. They will not be feeling any kind of fear in their mind. So, no matter Aunt Jennifer remains alive or not, but her tigers will remain. Now, have a look at some literary terms in this poem. You can see first literary term is rhyme scheme. Have a look. Screen, green, tree, certainty. Screen and green, same sound, same pronunciation is there. So, A, tree, and certainty, E. So, we can give the letter B. So, A, B, right? Wool and pull, this is C. Bend and hand, D. So, if one stanza has been given to you and if you come across such a question, write the rhyme scheme of the given stanza. So, what will you write? Separately, if we are looking at them, then common rhyme scheme is there, A, B. But if we have been asked to write or tell the whole rhyme scheme of the poem, then we can say A, B, C, D, right? A, B, C, D. Then lie and buy, this is E, and made and unafraid, F. So, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is the whole rhyme scheme of the poem. Next literary device, poetic device is metaphor. They have been presented as bright topaz. They themselves are not bright topaz, but they look like. So, indirectly this comparison is being made. If we say they look like bright topaz, this is simile, but the poet has used bright topaz, indirectly this comparison has been made. So, we can say metaphor is there, and in this poem, in this stanza especially, irony is also there. Irony, how? Opposition of assumptions, like we are thinking something and in reality something else is there. So, this is known as irony. means her life is not good. Her life is not full of pleasant experiences, but the life of tigers she has prepared on the panel is full of pleasant experiences. She is not confident, but they are confident. She is not brave, but they are brave. She is not heroic. She is not like a hero, but they are, right? In this way, fingers fluttering. So, two consecutive words beginning with the same consonant, this poetic device is known as alliteration. So, fingers fluttering. Here we may say alliteration is there, right? So, you can see weight and varying. This is, and here when ant is dead, her terrified hands will lie. Still ring with ordeals was mastered by the tigers in the panel, prancing proud. The same, so here also alliteration is there. So, dear students, I hope you all might have got it. Have a nice time, enjoy your life, stay home, stay tuned. See you some other day. Till then, thank you.